Welcome to Violet Light Tarot. This is the July 2020 lessons and takeaways for Scorpio. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and of course cross-watchers are always welcome. Please note that this is going to be a collective reading for all Scorpio audience and energies. Please take what resonates. Don't try and make anything fit that doesn't sound like you. If you're looking for a personal reading, please check the description below. There is the link to the website where you can purchase a reading that's meant specifically for you regarding anything. It can be your current energies, any questions you may have, predictions regarding anything specific. So let's go ahead and see what the Scorpio takeaway was meant to be for July. How was your July, Scorpio? Oh, there we go. So we're starting out with the Seven of Wands in reverse. We've got the Hierophant. And we have the Sun card in reverse. Don't forget to leave a comment and let us know how you're doing as well. Liking the video is always appreciated. Subscribing, of course, is always appreciated. There's an upside down card in here. Hang on a second. There it is. Oh. There's a lot of them. Hang on. That's not right. There we go. Yeah, subscribing, of course, is always appreciated. Notification button or bell is your best friend. We're doing the August predictions in the next couple of days as well. And there's also always the weeklies, the full moons, the new moons, any kind of zodiac issues as well. So yeah, we're finishing off your overall with the Death card, which, Scorpio, that's you. So we're just going to take the 4 as a message and we'll do clarifiers in just a moment. But what I'm seeing for you, Scorpio, is that you were finally able to come out of a defensive mode that you've been in recently. And it's very interesting for you because you're very black and white as far as things are going. It's if things are going your way, or if things are going a certain way, then everything's fine. If something happens or something's found out, it's usually like a cutoff point right at that moment. So coming out of any kind of defensive mode for you is always a positive. It's a positive for everybody, but specifically for Scorpios. You do have the Hierophant card, which speaks of its structure, its faith, it can be actually your faith in things too. It doesn't necessarily have to be any kind of religious or spiritual entity. It can be, or group, it can just be your faith in general being restored this particular past month. You have got the Sun card upside down, so it looks like what it is that you have come out of the defense. You're starting to really come back into your belief system and your own beliefs and things, and really starting to believe maybe even in yourself a little bit more. And I'm getting that also because of the Death card. The Death card is actually the card for Scorpio in all of the tarot. So the fact that we have you represented in this particular instance and it comes after this, I'm really seeing this as being your faith in yourself has come back. You are not quite at this point yet where everything is coming up sunny and happy and everything like that, but you have slowly begun to come out of whatever defensive posture or whatever argumentative phase that you've been in previously, or maybe even at the beginning of July. So throughout July you were able to come out of that defensive mode and really come back into the you recognize as yourself, which again also works with the Death card, as the Death card is the card of transformation as well. So you have in fact transformed back into and are coming back into your own self. So we're going to get some clarifiers and see if we can find out a little bit more regarding this particular thing and situation that may have happened with you. Again, remember this is collective, so I'm getting an overall of the energies. We do have the Eight of Swords, which is clarifying for the Seven of Wands in reverse. So the Eight of Swords speaks of entrapment, but it's always more of a mental thing. It's more of a, you feel as if you're trapped in a situation, and you can always tell with this particular card in some aspect of it. It doesn't matter how the drawing goes. You've got a woman who's blindfolded. If you're a man watching, energies are as they are, but you've got a woman who's blindfolded who can come out of the blindfold. She can come out from between the swords. So it looks like the swords are surrounding her until you look a little bit more closely and you can see that there's actually gaps and she can step through if she were to wish it. So it's always more a feeling of not self-inflicted necessarily. I don't want to go that far into it, but it's more that you had been feeling trapped and feeling very defensive, but the fact that you are coming out of that defensive position is that you've actually started to realize that you don't need to be there. You don't need to feel as if you're stuck always defending yourself from something. You don't have to always defend yourself. You don't have to feel in that, well, I'm now trapped in this particular scenario where this is how life is, and that's no. Just no. And you've recently discovered that this past month, and you've actually come away from that, which is wonderful. Oh. And the Hierophant card is actually clarified by the Empress. The Empress speaks of fertility, of birthing, and it doesn't necessarily have to be actual fertility and birth. I mean, physically, it could be, absolutely, but it doesn't have to be, and not for everybody, obviously. But what it is it's actually, to me, it speaks more of the birth of a new faith for you, and it could just be your faith in yourself that has been gone for so long. And I'm really seeing that, I'm really hearing that this is literally you coming back into yourself, and so you are birthing a new faith within yourself, a new self-esteem, a new self-confidence, and really believing in you and really kind of growing in that belief, gestating in that belief. Too many. There were 3 cards in that one, and we only need 2 left, so. Oh, come on. That one. Is that 1 or 2? That's 1, and we'll go with this one because I kind of just caught it. So again, we have the Three of Swords. I always get that whenever I look at this, because the heart is so prominent in the imagery. I always go 3 of Hearts. No. 3 of Swords. The Three of Swords in reverse is actually clarifying the Sun in reverse, which also, again, now granted, the Three of Swords I always hate seeing it myself when I'm having a reading done, because it's like, oh, we're still talking about that kind of thing. But in this aspect for you, it's a positive because that Three of Swords is in reverse. So yes, your Sun is in reverse, but the Three of Swords that you have been having, that heartbreak, that just pain that you've been going through, that has had you so unhappy and so miserable lately, just in yourself. I'm not miserable with others, but miserable in yourself. You're actually coming out of it. You're finally growing out of it, and that's more to do with this, again, the growth of your faith in yourself and your self-confidence and coming back into who you are. So you're turning that heartache around. You're starting to heal from it, or finally getting past it. we never completely leave that kind of thing behind. It comes back every now and then, or it comes out in different aspects at different times. But whenever it comes back, it's been my experience, and that's what I'm able to support with here, always with this channel, is it's been my experience that the longer you are from something, and the more you're able to get through it, the reoccurrences of a trigger that had set you off previously and would have had you back laying on the sofa watching Netflix, or back in that bag of Doritos, or whatever your particular comfort scenario looks like. Those triggers no longer work to that effect, and it suddenly will become, and slowly, obviously, always, but suddenly you'll notice, and you won't even notice it for a while, but eventually you'll get that same trigger that you got previously, and you'll realize, wait, I'm not even remotely, I'm not feeling my throat getting warm. I'm not feeling the heaviness. My eyes are not, I'm not crying. Nothing's happening, that kind of thing. And you'll start to realize that and start to see that. And right now, you've just started to come out of it. So you will have that kind of come back every now and then, but to a lesser degree and a lesser degree and a lesser degree. And as that happens, that sun will turn around for you, and your happiness, of course, will come back. You've probably noticed it in fits and starts. Like you'll find for an entire day you've been happy, or an entire few days you've been happy between triggers or between instances. And that period will get longer and longer and greater until it actually becomes exactly the opposite of what you've been going through. So that you are so much in your, I don't want to say happy place, but that's kind of the idea of it. You're so much in your healed new space and your new self that you're actually spending only the time that you used to spend trying to be happy in the space of being unhappy. So it becomes very much of a 180. The clarifier for the death card for this time is going to be actually temperance in reverse. So if you adhere to the zodiac signs and their depictions, as we do sometimes, like I said, the death card is Scorpio. The temperance card is Sagittarius. So you may have dealt with one, you may be dealing with one. They may be helping you out in some way. I'm not sure how that works for you. But you coming back into yourself and you coming through that transformation, temperance speaks of being patient. And Scorpio, while you have that slow moving energy sometimes, you also have that, okay, I'm done. That's it. I'm finished. Nope, not doing this. So now that you've come out of this defense mechanism, you're starting to come out of this heartbreak, you're coming out of this entrapped feeling, you're starting to believe in yourself again, you're starting to be yourself again. You're growing into a new version of yourself that's stronger, better at dealing with things. And that transformation you're going through, remember, this is saying that you're having a little bit of impatience with yourself, or you have been impatient with yourself trying to get back to who you are. And the only thing that I can say, and I am an Aries, so me even saying this is going to sound a little off, because I always go when somebody says it to me. And I see this temperance card a lot in readings that I watch on YouTube and readings that I do for myself. I'm like, oh, there it is again. But that's also another story for another time, as to why that's not a happy card for me. But the patience aspect of it is what I'm seeing for you more like, and the fact that you're impatient to get back to yourself, and you really want to get back to yourself. So unfortunately, at this time, you do have to have that patience while you're healing, but you will get there. And this has been your lesson. This has been your lesson to allow yourself to become yourself again. Allow yourself to become the new version of you at this point that's stronger, so that you will get back to this, because you're already starting. You're just have that patience to go through all of the cycles. Remember the Empress card. Remember we were talking about the pregnancy and the fertility, etc. Remember that it takes 9 months to create a small human. It takes 2 years to create a small elephant. To create something, to literally give birth to a new version of yourself, a confident version of yourself, a more self-esteemed version of yourself, it will take time. That's a fact. It's almost a science, pretty much. But this is what I have for you, Scorpio. So this is your takeaways from July. So this actually is very positive. I know how it sounds with the being patient and everything, and the time it will take to do something. But this is a very positive reading, and I'm looking forward to this for you. Please again, comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please check back in the next couple of days, or hit the notification bell so you just get notified. We are doing the August predictions. Have a really great rest of the month, which is like about 2 days. And we'll see you again. Bye for now.